Greetings. My name is Joseph Nsengimana. I'm the director of the Mastercard's African Center for Innovative Teaching in ICT. The center is based in Kigali, Rwanda, and operates across the continent. It has for mission to catalyze a tech ecosystem and promote promising practices in the use of ICT to improve learning outcome, especially for the most underserved learners. It is a pleasure to be with you today. I apologize that I wasn't able to do so live, as I had a conflicting engagement that I was unable to resolve. However, this forum and this conversation is too important for me to pass up. So I am thankful to TecXposition for allowing me to participate via this video. In the next few minutes, I will share with you a little bit of context on the Mastercard Foundation and hopefully shed light on why we are invested in developing the education technology and innovative approach to teaching and learning. The Mastercard Foundation was founded by Mastercard International in 2006. It was set up as a separate and independent entity with its own board of directors and leadership. The foundation has since grown to be one of the largest private foundations in the world. It is headquartered in Toronto, Canada, and has offices in 7 African countries. The foundation has always had a very clear mandate and vision to create a world where everyone has the opportunity to learn and prosper. A world in which individual destinies aren't determined or limited by where they're born or what circumstances they were born into. Early on in its journey, the foundation made a strategic decision to concentrate its work in Africa and on supporting indigenous young people in Canada. In its first decade of existence, the foundation worked with a range of partners to advance education and financial inclusion on the African continent. This effort impacted over 44 million people in Africa, from teachers and students to smallholder farmers and entrepreneurs. One example is the foundation partnership with KCB Group to promote financial inclusion for at least 2 million smallholder farmers in Kenya and in Rwanda. Perhaps one of the initiatives that is most recognizable for many people is the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program. This program was launched in 2012 and is designed to help the next generation of African leaders by enabling talented young people with economic disadvantage to pursue and complete their secondary and/or tertiary education. It is on track currently to support over 37,000 young people. Young people like Joseph Munyambanza, who became a refugee at age 6 when he fled his home country of Democratic Republic of Congo to Uganda. He later went on to graduate from African Leadership Academy in 2010 and earned a BA in biochemistry from Westminster College in the United States as a Mastercard Foundation Scholars in 2015. And he is now working to educate over 2,000 refugee children in a Kyangwali refugee settlement in Uganda. A common thread we saw over the course of our work was the ripple of impact that investing in a young person could have. In 2016, as we began to reflect on the state of play in the world, our own growth, and the lesson we had learned from our work, and ask ourselves what we wanted to focus on as we move forward, we realized that in Africa, the defining challenge and opportunity of our time was the issue of youth employment, unlocking the potential of young people and connecting them to the opportunities has the potential to game-changing the African social and economic development. So in 2018, we launched Young Africa Works, our 10-year strategy for enabling 30 million young people across Africa, particularly young women, to access dignified and fulfilling work over the next decade. This strategy was developed in close consultation with leaders in the public and private sectors, with our existing partners, with local philanthropic organizations, and with young people themselves. It defines the sector that we focus on, from agriculture to manufacturing to the creative art. It outlines the kind of work we are engaged in, from workforce development to delivering access to financial for SMEs, and it contextualized the need and priority of different countries. For example, in Rwanda, the foundation is equipping 30,000 young men and women with skills they need to transition into employment in the tourism and hospitality sector. In Ethiopia, we are working with the Jobs Creation Commission to create employment opportunity for 10 million young people. In Nigeria, we are delivering intervention and partnership that tap into Nigeria entrepreneurship culture, size of a private sector to connect 2 million young people to opportunity over the next 5 years. Right now, we're implementing this strategy in 7 countries: Rwanda, Kenya, Uganda, Ghana, Ethiopia, Nigeria, and Senegal. But across the board, we continue to see education and skill training as the biggest part of the work that needs to be done to prepare young people for work and opportunity. And we also see digital technologies as being a cross-cutting enabler of our work, including the work in education. That's why the Center for Innovative Teaching and Learning in ICT was founded. Early this year, before COVID-19 pandemic swept the world, the center recruited a group of 12 leaders of edtech companies to join our recently established fellowship designed to help them scale their operations. In the wake of the pandemic, the work of that group has taken on new significance, helping to enable learning continuity and reach some of the most vulnerable communities, and supplementing the broader work of our foundation's COVID-19 response and resilience program, which was launched to help communities and economy weather the immediate and long-term impact of the pandemic. The work of that program includes the delivery of 1 million test kits and deploy 10,000 community health workers for COVID-19 response across the continent in partnership with Africa CDC. Through it all, it's becoming clearer and clearer that digital technologies will have a central role to play in the economic recovery and development, especially in the future of education beyond the pandemic, especially as we move forward towards a more learning and inclusive centered approach in schooling. Like all of you, I'm really excited at the opportunity of delivering education and learning for all, and thereby building fairer and stronger society. That's why we're here today. That's what this conversation is all about. I look forward to learning more about the discussion and the outcome of today's event, and I wish you great success. Thank you.